I'm just making a note right now. I just put up the melodrama, the telenova for the monitor lizards, where, like, I know you watch through other people's perspective, and then you can get a paper report about what their monitor saw in the cans for any living lower life form human. Despite what comes out of their mouth and what they claim, that is not that's what they think of themselves, but that's not my face value. Yeah, I have surface. You are all lower life forms than my surface and my face and my whole clove of garlic. I have a clove of garlic that looks like myself. Handsome hands. We protect Cloverfield, the Fidelis, the two of them. And I know we all look alike, but we have our own way of telling who we are. But the face looks the same. That's all that matters. So therefore, we are all the same and equal in that one clove of garlic. Unless there needs to be a mating decision, then it's the 1/4 and 3/4 man, woman. But that's for our own. Everybody else who speaks, breathes, walks around, has some inanimate, number and letter system of the day for which they entered the world, this vortex, since there is only one vortex, whatever letter and number their paper was provided, or they claim on some system, or are in my extra special diorama, Super Watson IBM, listed, enlisted, right? Yeah, so those lower life form numeracies being less than anything clover and genetically handsome to my, right, then those are the ones that I'm talking for. I don't take, I'll take them at their face value of whatever they say is what they actually flat mean. But unless they tell me otherwise, if you're going to build a scenario that you want some form of lever or lever or something in the background to be moved properly, then you best build me a full, bright, vivid VIVID. I want a vivid scenario of what it is you're talking about, what your expectations are, and what you think is going on in the background when we have this vivid conversation. Otherwise, you are as flat as all fucking hell. It's face value. Whatever comes out of your mouth, that's what it is. In that per se moment. PERSAY. By the way, so putting up the telenovela for the monitor lizards, right? Who monitor paper for the other lizards of, like, what happens in spatial energy field is when a nebula, which is what the highest in the clove, which is why we call her Clover, the two of them, they have extra special species coloring chart system, not of skin hue and nothing that is human bound. So it is a chart system that only works within the one clove of garlic and family. And Jason Romer, Tiafrio are not in that family, so put that aside. And I am not dealing with anything that was wrongly created in this version of somebody won now, but it wasn't the clover, and it wasn't the clove of garlic. So all lower life forms are a real fucking issue still in May of the year 2020. Ever wonder why the television program was investigative reporting on 2020? It was like a big thing, I thought, in America. Like Ted Koppel, or I don't know, one of those, like, somebody specials that their mom said so face value, whatever. So we've got investigative reporting 2020. That's pretty interesting to ask questions of, like, what's going on outside of our door, right? I like those programs, but Then we've got, right, so I put up, so I put up on YouTube, I put on Instagram first, then I put on YouTube. YouTube, it went up, and then all of a sudden, when I went back to put the second video up, it said it was a duplicate record, and so I took a photo of that. I then tried to re-upload it. The gallery switched the ordering of the two videos, which kind of look the same, but I was checking just in case, an extra layer of measurement of accuracy for this moment, since my hair is standing up in the back of my neck. Not really, but kind of, sort of, not really. So I put that up. It's taking like 48 minutes for a video to upload to YouTube. So that means that the metadata timing loop is off, metadata-loop, because something's going on in governance somewhere that has no license to operate, because I am the only governance and the only one who can issue a metadata governance certificate or permission. That would be both of the clovers, the male and the female. We do not have to be together, and you do not have to have both of us. You have to have one of us. And it has to be the correct color signature on the tune. So, in this version of the correct color for quarter horse, who's still waiting to be with three-quarter horse, and it's the top of the agenda list, so all of the things that flow from the STEM problem get corrected in time and in order after the number one issue that affects every rolling day we go. It's like, merrily we roll along. No, we don't. Every day we roll along, it gets worse, more complicated, more dangerous, and more difficult to correct. The fuck have you all been? Alright, so in the way that the spatial I call you vital force, in my clove of garlic, where we all look the same, confuse the fuck out of everybody, laugh like all hell in secret holes in time and space when we can get together, but then I wake up day label and I can't remember. But someday I am hoping that we will get our own monitor lizard and recap and put a family album together and really laugh like holy hell on the floor about what the fuck took this lower life forms below the clover level to catch on to the seriousness of getting one man and one woman into the correct alignment from the get-go. GETGO. Vivid instructions from Get It, Got It Good. And Get It, Got It Good was not a tangible list. It was tangible in the sense TANIGABLE, that you weren't going off on tangents, TANGIENT and ANT, right? It's the aether and the ether on that one, and spatial and special. So I didn't need tangents added to the tangible list of just me, him, everything that looks like us in one clove, in one community, so this way the outside world doesn't have to look at our version of ugly, and we can do whatever the fuck we want as far as our families are concerned in our one little tight-knit group community where we're happily ever after, and we'll help the rest of the world in whatever they need, but we gotta, right, first things first. So, dude, Clover in, somewhere, get, the Little Miss Sunshine special. I did notice, when I went on Google, there was a movie, Little Miss Sunshine. I thought that was hilarious. It was like a little girl who was very awkward in the mirror with a big fat belly, in a red bathing suit with a white stripe. I was like, that is exactly how I used to feel when I was little, and not much has changed in this version of Nobody's Winning that matters or is important in, like, life forms from Cuneiform. So, let's see, right, and then there is the book. The books are actually what I was really aiming at, and then I discovered the movie. Came out in 2006. The parody is actually really funny. PARODY. That's like the paranormal coined incident. I mean, coincidence, whichever, between spatial and special, as soon as you make a lighted data form, it will follow you. It shouldn't disappear because it is etched in a platform that serves a very specific numeric function, and it ties into other genetics elsewhere. Okay, so that's on the anatomical, numerical, light used data platform for extra special purpose. But anyway, but going back to the books, which was labeled, if my anatomy goes off course, and Clover is stuck between spatial and special, the remedy, REMEDY, is this little book series I used to enjoy as a child called Little Miss Sunshine, LITTLEMISS. SHIN, oh no, SUNSHIN, right? It's the Clover Virdry humor for fixing the world for superhero dads that all look alike, and everybody's really confused what you mean. Yeah, I can't tell you how I solve crimes because I am like superhero dad that has to pretend like he's undercover for we don't know why. So, right, so Little Miss Sunshine, and then I saw they updated the series. That must have been a Captain Underpants special. I swear to God, it is just like little rays of sunshine in my day is finding these little nuggets of like, oh, what were you thinking? Putting those out in public. Then Mr. Sneeze, and then he's all pink, right? And he's got a big fat belly, right? And it was Mr. Sneeze. Yeah, that was an update as to how the fuck we got to this version of now and who was winning, because it wasn't the pink purple nebula's choice to be the Sneeze of yesteryear's fuck ups and leading improperly, and then making sure that the pink purple nebula went down the wrong gaseous path rather than giving her directly to the saltwater toothbrush of the green-blue combination 3/4 Clover that she was born in crystal ball form for, as also a cuneiform human above lower life form human, for extra special function and purpose to fix this futuristic technology outbreak when nomadic, they lost their direction signal because they're embedded in all the wrong places, and then swearing for one another. And I got sworn elsewhere that know better, and they're coming, so not to worry. And the longer this takes, the more bloody and massacre it is going to look like in order to correct the problem all over America, Canada, and Europe, Western Europe. I cannot get past the Urals because I get no information out of there. And I don't know anything about South America or Africa, or although I hear that